Mic check one, mic check two. Let's go. What is up, family? What is up? What is up? What is up? Listen, thank you for joining me here at the Elephants in the Room podcast. I am your host, Courtney Wellington. So here we talk about different things, but the main source of what we're talking about is love and relationships. But we don't do it from a standpoint of hate. We don't do it from a standpoint of soapbox preaching. We do it from a standpoint of, hey, we have a problem. This is our problem. This is our possible solution. So if you ever see how we flow, we have a problem, we unpack the problem, and then we repack the problem with things that are needed to get into a healthy space and leave out all of the crap out of the luggage. Right? I think that's what separates us from most podcasts today. We're not woman bashing, we're not man bashing, we're not love bashing. We're acknowledging that there's a problem. We're unpacking the problem, and we're repacking the love bag with the things that are essential to be successful in a relationship. Because at the end of the day, my dream, and the reason I started this podcast, is to get us back to love. I want to get us back to love, man. I saw love in the 80s. I saw love in the 90s. It was in the music. It was in the movies. Brown Sugar, Jodeci. It's been an hour since you've been gone, but that's too long, so come back home. I can't live without you. Right? We were singing about love. We were still being men, but we were also showing that vulnerable side. Right? It wasn't soft to be vulnerable about the woman you love. It wasn't soft or being a simp to be caring about your lady. We need to get back to that, player. Now, I'm not saying be gullible from somebody that does not deserve it. Definitely not saying that. What I'm saying is, if this is your lady and she passed all your tests, if this is your man and he passed all your tests, why not deal with them differently from the rest of the world? Because you best believe I'm going to deal with my lady differently from that I deal with everybody else. She earned that. And preferably I earned that from her. It's us versus everybody else. We need to get back to that. The whole whatever pill you take is played out, man. It's time to talk about love, player. Because none of you are talking about actual love. We're finger pointing. I ain't gonna say we. Y'all are finger pointing. And children do that. Let's come up with some solutions. You can't blame the government on stuff if you're not doing your part to get the people that's in government out. Now, of course, that's in a fair, free world. But that's a whole nother podcast because of where we are now. I'm saying in a fair, free world where you can vote your wanted people in and out, because you do not complain about leadership. I'm going somewhere. Hold on. Don't complain about leadership if you're not getting out and voting and you can legally vote. Don't talk no trash if you can legally vote and you don't get out and vote. Matter of fact, shut up. All right? I equate that to dating. I equate that to love today or relationships today. If you're not putting in the work to make it work, then shut up. Stop adding fuel to the already burning fire. Because in a few years, if we keep heading down the road that we're on, the fire is going to be out of hand. And we're not going to be able to put it out. and then you're gonna be woe is me in your 40s, in your 50s. I don't know. Well, you part of the problem. You were part of the problem. You were throwing gasoline on a small fire, and now you're shocked that the fire is burning through the nation. So let's get ahead of it, family. And I'm not knocking anybody out there. I don't care about what you're doing. I'm talking to the consumer. I'm talking to the person that's eating up what you were saying and believing everything you say. So I'm trying to, right? We're combating the podcasts out there that speak negatively about the opposite sex. Because here it is. It's going to sound very Trumpish. It's good people on both sides. I mean, it is. And it's bad people on both sides. That's what it is. The magic is finding the good people on the other side and connecting with them. That is the magic. And if you run across, I want to call it a bad one, but if you run across one that does not line up with your views, guess what? Leave them alone. Michael Jackson said it best. Leave me alone. Leave me alone, girl. Mike, thank you, Mike. But if she's a good one, bro, why not give her the benefits of being a good woman? Ladies, if he's a good man, why not give him the benefits of being a good man instead of comparing him or her to everybody else that hurt you in your past? Why not have that hope and that faith that you claim you have and pour your energy into that instead of bashing the opposite sex? I'm that little bit of hope. I guess I can't sing that no more. We got to do something, fam. We got to do something. Since I've been doing this podcast, I realized that, man, people are too easily triggered, and I would like to know why. I'm one of those why people, right? If something is a thing, I want to know why that's a thing. People let words trigger them. I'm talking grown folks. I'm not talking kids. I'm not talking children, and I'm not knocking them because everybody has trauma from their past that they deal with in whatever way they deal with it. I'm just simply asking, how do we fix that? Right? And how can we truly have a healthy conversation without you taking what another person says personally, even though that person doesn't know you, even though that person not even talking to you? How can you truly have a healthy conversation if everything that person says is offensive to you, but they don't know you? I think it's a maturity thing, fam. I know. I'm dead wrong for saying that. I know. I get it. Yeah, I'm dead wrong. I'll take it. I think it's a maturity thing, not a maturity as far as physically, but maturity as far as emotionally. Because I remember when I was a kid, all somebody had to say to me was "your mama." What? Meet me at 3:00 at the flagpole. I'm gonna bust you in your mouth. Did they know my mama? Okay, if they didn't know my mama, why am I offended by them saying "your mama"? Because that was deep when I was young. Your mama? You didn't even say your mama. You said yeah or yo. If you said your mama, we was fighting. If you said yo mama, grab that chair. I'm about to bust this. You said yo mama? But at that time, I was emotionally immature. I was a child. So that made sense. But if you're 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, and you still trying to fight somebody for saying yo mama, we got to get you some help on that, family. I know this sounds crazy to you, right? But just think about it. Just turn on the internet. People are triggered by one word. At least yo mama was 2 words. People nowadays are triggered by one word. I believe in submission. What? I'm about to meet me at the flagpole. At 3 p.m. sharp, I'm going to punch you in your face for saying the word submission. I believe in 50-50. Meet me at the flagpole at 3 p.m. sharp. I'm going to punch you in your face. You a narcissist. What? Meet me at the flagpole. Do you hear me what I'm saying? You short. What? Say what? Meet me. Sir, are you short? Yeah, but that's not the point. Are you a narcissist? Yeah, but that's not the. They didn't have to say it. What are we doing, family? For real, we grown. It's hard. Listen, man. You know what matured me when my grandfather told me, grandson. That's what he used to call me. He's a very wise man. Shout out to Bishop George Knowles Sr. Holla at your boy. He said to me, he said, grandson, are you a puppet? I said, a puppet? I said, granddaddy, meet me at the flagpole at 3 p.m. sharp. You just called me a puppet. I said, no, I'm not a puppet. He said, well, why do you let people control you? I said, granddaddy, what you mean? You know it hit you in the heart when you start stuttering. What you? And then your voice go up. What you mean? He said, yeah, man, you letting the people in school control you. I said, ain't nobody controlling me. He said, yeah, they are. He said, well, why you keep fighting them? Yeah, but they said my mama. Do they know your mama? And that's my daughter. Do they know her? No. So why you care? Did you hear me what I said? That's where I get it from. I said, yes, sir. He said, man, stop being a puppet. Don't let nobody control your emotions. He said, do you see me allowing people to control my emotions? I said, well, grandma sometimes. He said, yeah, that's my wife, though. He said, that's my wife, though. She earned that. She earned that type of power. But a stranger would never get my emotions. And that conversation I had with my grandfather that day changed me. I feel like I turned into a man that day. And I think I was 12 at the time. And from that day forward, man, I worked on not allowing people to control me through my emotions. You know, a puppet got strings, right? You control a puppet through strings. I don't know if you ever seen a puppet. It used to be a puppet show that used to come to Miami-Dade Library back in the day. All right. It used to be this puppet show. This dude would control this puppet named Lester. All right. I forgot the dude's name, but he had a mustache. Looked like Lamont Sanford from Sanford and Son. But it wasn't him. He looked like him. And this dude used to come to the library every year. My parents used to take me and my crew to go see this dude. He was a puppeteer. And he had this real cool puppet named Lester. Funniest crap I ever seen in my life. It really got me into thinking about show business because it was just that moving to me. Because you couldn't tell me this puppet was not real. You couldn't tell me it wasn't real. He's a ventriloquist. So he would talk without moving his mouth, and he would move the mouth of the puppet. But to me, it looked like it was real. Did you hear me what I said? He was controlling his puppet. He was doing the talking, but he wasn't moving his mouth and made it look like the puppet was talking. Why we keep falling for the puppet trick? From a government standpoint, from a relationship standpoint, from a podcast standpoint, from a music standpoint. How do you control people? Through what they hear and see. So I'm going to ask you, how many of you are puppets? Oh, boy, y'all ready to meet me at the flagpole right now. What did he say? Sir, meet me at the flagpole at 3 p.m. sharp. How many of you are puppets? We have to stop being puppets, family. We have to stop allowing other people to control our thoughts, our decisions, and our feelings. If you stop letting people control your feelings, your thoughts and your decisions will change. That's why it's very important that your core group of friends is key, man. It's key. Stop being that puppet, family. Stop being that puppet. They have figured out that if we put a certain thing in their face enough, even if they don't believe it in the beginning, if they keep hearing it and seeing it over and over again, psychologically that thing will soak in like a marinade, and it'll be and they'll begin to think that thing and be that thing. Think about a marinade. When you buy a steak, it don't taste like that off rip. They got to season it. Some put it in a marinade. I use Worcestershire sauce for my marinade, right? Let it sit for a while, even though originally the steak did not taste like that, but you put it in that marinade, and after a while it'll seep through the meat, and the meat would become the flavor of what is marinated in. Boom. So our thoughts are very important, because whatever you constantly take in, it will seep in your brain and in your spirit. That's why they say you are what you take in. Now, I was born a chubby kid, but I didn't have to be a chubby man. But I am what I was taking in. I'm working on it now, but I am what I was taking in. Well, what were you taking in? Whoppers with cheese, cut in half, no pickle, extra ketchup. What were you taking in? PJ pizza, extra pepperoni, extra cheese. What are you taking in? Fried chicken, mashed potatoes, rice, bread. Well, did you make any healthy choices? Yeah. Let me get a fish sandwich, dandy bread, hot sauce. Give me a side of fries. It's my healthy meal. Because it was told to me that fish is a healthy meal. Yeah, it's a healthy meal if you cook it right. It's a healthy meal if you eat it balanced with vegetables and things of that nature. But if you slapping gravy over it, if you eating it on 2 pieces of dandy bread with a side of fries, bruh, the healthiness is gone. We are what we take in. So if you listen to negative, 98% of the time you're going to be negative. If you listen to ratchetness, this truth serum today, family. This is the portion of the podcast we call Truth Serum. And please believe, man. Listen, most of the time I'm talking to myself. So don't get offended because I'm talking to me too. But if you're getting offended by what I'm saying, this is the purpose of what I'm saying. Stop letting people offend you so easily. Are you a robot? Are you a child? Stop letting people offend you so easily. Listen to me. I guarantee 100%, not 98%. I guarantee people going to be in this or commenting under this clip on some offensive stuff. Well, who is you to? Some people just can't help. I know it's a numbers thing. Some people just can't help, and I'm not even talking to them. If you gonna get offended at everything somebody say to you like you a freaking 8-year-old, you grown as all get out. Stop letting people control you like a puppet. We got to break it. How do we break it? I'm all about solutions. How do we break it? We break it by not consuming it. We break it by not consuming it. What are you saying? If you're trying to get off crack cocaine, you do not go down and hang at the crack house. You go to rehab, where they do positive mindsets. They give you projects that keep your mind busy so you can keep your mind off of the thing you're trying to get out of your system. I just love him, and he ain't no good, but I just love him. But every time I get my opportunity, he break my heart. Okay, stay away from him. Isolate yourself from him. Surround yourself around good people that can help you heal and protect you from your own self. Man, I just keep eating the wrong food, man. I'll do good for a week, man, and all of a sudden, man, I'm at Burger King eating, man. What do I need to do? Turn the TV off. Throw away all the trash in your house. Buy all food that's good for you. Go on vacation from your job for about a week or two and detox that thing. It's going to be rough, but you can do it. Don't turn on that TV, though. TV used to be one of the biggest controllers ever. Now the biggest controller? Internet. So turn the TV off and turn your phone off. Like, you ever been like, I remember I used to do diets. This is when diets was a thing, right? Everybody was going on diets. They never worked, but anyway. I went on a diet. And I said, listen, I'm not eating carbs. I'm not taking in no sugars. So I'm just juice and eat like fish and chicken breasts. Very limited what I can eat. That first day, no problem. Second day, it's getting there, but I'm cool. Third day, struggle. Fourth day, Lord have mercy. Fifth day, they were just calling me. I just somebody bring me something to eat, please. All right, that's the body calling for what it's been used to getting. Right. By the seventh day, the body still was calling for what it wants, but going into that second week, it was easing up. Like the body was like it was bowing down to you. All right, he ain't gonna break. Let me just fall back. And that's how beautiful God made us. Right. Then I turned back on TV. Every commercial was a food commercial. I wasn't even thinking about food. Then that commercial came up with the McDonald's. I don't even eat McDonald's. But the fries was standing up in the box erect with the perfect amount of salt on it. Right? That cup of soda pop, that Coca-Cola in the cup, sweating oh so perfectly on the side. Just the water just running down. And I'm just salivating, and at the top they got the fizz from the pop just popping. They ain't even show the sandwich yet. Then they show that Big Mac. My Lord. Big Mac sitting oh so perfectly. Everything even. They got that special sauce. Well, they ain't nothing but Thousand Island, but they got that special sauce just dripping just a little bit on the side. They had 127 sesame seeds at the top. Now ask me how I know. I counted. That's 127. I was doing great. Then I saw that commercial. 5 minutes later. Yeah, let me get a Big Mac meal. Is it number one? Let me get a number one. Let me get 127 sesame seeds on my bun. My drink, Coca-Cola. Watch the devil though. Would you like to large size it? Oh. Yeah. I think they banned the large size. Upsize. What was it? Upsize? Super size. Would you like to super size it? Yeah. They banned the super size. That's how big that cup was. Like you had to drink it with two hands, like you was a baby. Just a cup of diabetes, man. Listen, I sat in my car and ate that food like it was a secret, like I was cheating on my lady. I ate it like I was in prison. I don't want nobody to see me. It was a shameful feeling. I remember this, man. I felt so shame eating that. Why did I feel shame? I wasn't with nobody. Didn't nobody know what I was doing. But why did I feel shame? Because I worked so hard for a thing. Right? And then I let a small thing become a big thing and completely destroy the process, the progress that I just did for 9 days. Then I had to start all the way over. But a lot of us, we don't like starting over. And we do the whole, this is the worst mindset to have. Trust me, it's a battle for me too. Well, I'm out here now. Let me get another Big Mac. I already cheated. Let me go and get another Big Mac. I'm gonna enjoy it while I'm out here. Right? Influence, man, is something serious. And if you allow the wrong person to influence you, it can derail a lot of stuff for you. That's why I say again, it's very important that your circle is safe and positive and speaks truth to you. Because if your circle just telling you what you want to hear, you're in a bad way. I don't want a wife that's just going to tell me what I want to hear. That's not good. Now, I don't want a wife that says no to everything I say or ask or is negative to me all the time. Don't want that either. What I'm looking for is balance. That's what you want. That's what you need. You need balance, man. I think the perfect relationship is a seesaw relationship. Well, what's a seesaw? A lot of you probably don't remember, but back in the day, they used to have this. It's not a toy. They used to have this thing at the playground called a seesaw. All right, very scientific, but very simple. You had a wedge in the middle, and you had a board, and on one end, one board had handles and a seat. Other end of the board, you have handles and a seat. One person sat on that end, other person sat on that end. This person shoots up, that person goes down. That person shoots up, this person goes down. But as kids, this is what I'm saying, man. Like the training, they've been training us for a very long time. So as kids, we thinking it's supposed to be like that. Topsy-turvy. But the game was supposed to be for us both to balance out and then not move. So instead of this, you're supposed to get this. But they don't teach us that, do they? And society is the same way. They don't teach us this. They teach us extremes. Balance, family. Balance in your relationships. Balance in your life. What do you mean balance in my life? Some of us work so hard for somebody else's dream that we don't even have balance in our own lives. What do you mean? Are you working 16, 17, 18 hours a day for somebody else's dream? Neglecting your family? To you, I say, why? Truth serum, man. That's what we're doing. You got to have balance, bro, sis. I know you chasing your dream. Listen, I know you it's your career and you want to be this and you want all accolades and that's great. But me personally, the greatest accolade someone can have is, man, he was a good father and a good husband. Wow, she was a great mother and a great wife. To me, those are superb accolades. Only accolade to me top that is great job, my son. Great job, my daughter. And that's from God. Other than that, everything else can wait, in my opinion. But a lot of us have a seesaw mentality and we need balance. So I'm asking you to rock with me, man. It's a process, family. All of this is a process. When I get on here, man, I don't know what he's going to want me to talk about, but today this is what it was. I'm coming off the top of my dome. Well, actually, it ain't off the top of my dome. I'm coming off from my heart. So whatever he gives me, I give it to you. And that's real. So the takeaway from the day should be balance, number one. And the takeaway from the day for the day should be stop letting people control you like a puppet. You are not a puppet. Love you. Mean it. Bye.